What is the most improved position group on the 49ers right now?
Running back.
Ooh.
I mean, you bring in Trey Sermon, you bring in Elijah Mitchell, you bring in Wayne Gallman. Austin Walter didn't really have a spot here. Right now, with Raheem Mostert and Wilson not being under contract, also having injury concerns, you have insulated this room with, just in case, God forbid, the worst happens. Now you have guys that can continue to perform for you. And I think that's where it's at, because with wide receiver, they largely stayed the same. Tight end, they didn't really add much. Probably the only other place that I would say that they improved the most is offensive line. Honestly,
see, that was my answer. That's where I was going to go. So I felt like they were good at running back. That's a really good answer. I mean, it's basically one of three things: DB, O-line, or running back, because that's where they made their big push. I just felt like the O-line was such a disaster. And at least you got Alex Mack, who provides, if nothing else, leadership. Yep. And then Aaron Banks, who, from what I've seen, is a stud. So I like it. Yeah, and then Jalen Moore on top of that, just for good measure. Loved it.
Right. Yeah, I mean, the only reason that I'm going to say running back is just because for those things that I outlined about, when Mostert and Wilson were out, now Trey Sermon, Elijah Mitchell, all those guys now, again, everybody likes Joe. Yeah, Gallman too. I mean, Gallman might be the guy that I think is a little bit, might be the odd man out just because his contract isn't guaranteed. But
they got numbers. They got numbers.
They do, and they have solid.
And what if Sermon gets hurt in training camp? Well, they got Gallman. Yeah,
there's solid guys that can come in and play right away, and I think that's and I think that what Kyle has shown is that he can make apple juice out of lemons or whatever it is. Like, I'm just trying to tell you, like any running back pretty much is going to be fine in this scheme no matter what. But
Kyle can make apple juice out of lemons. They should give him another extension right there. I mean, that's impressive. Jesus never did that.
Wait, water to wine? That's not impressive? Come on.
It's just a different thing. I don't know. It might be harder. I don't know. Matt says, say we roll in 11-3 and Jimmy's balling. Would you treat that Thursday night football game versus 10 like a fourth preseason game? Start twos, maybe a chance to start Lance. That's a real interesting question.
Nope.
It's what Kansas City did with Mahomes. They gave him one start that year. Because Alex Smith was balling.
That was week 17 when the season was done. They were set. In this place, if you give away a game and you lose some sort of seeding, no. And also,
even though it does seem like a scheduled loss, you can't treat it that way.
No, and the other thing is the most important part about getting into the postseason is rolling into the postseason. True. You cannot mess around with whatever's going on. If Jimmy's balling, then let Jimmy go into Tennessee and ball out. Then
that's right.
That's the way I look at it.
Good question, Matt.